Hello everybody, how is everybody doing this nice summer day? We are going to do kind of one of the first things that I learned when I was a Stampin' Up customer before I signed up to be a demonstrator way back in 2007, is how to mask. I wanted the flower to show, but I wanted some of the leaves behind it. So it's a pretty simple technique, but it really can create some great layers on your card as far as your stamped images. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm using the, can't even find the stamp set. Okay, Taste of Texture. And what you're gonna do is get a sticky pad. I like using sticky pads because you can position your, once you cut this out, you can position it on your paper that you're going to stamp, and it'll stick in place. And I made multiples the other day and it was great. So I'm just showing you that I stamped it there. I've already done the liberty of cutting out the shape. So we will go ahead and stamp in gray granite the flower from the Tasteful Textures, now that I can say it. Getting tongue-tied today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is lay this, well, I probably should let that dry a little bit more. Lay it straight on top of the image, and then I'm going to come behind it with the leaves that I wanted, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp it like that. And see, it creates the space for the ink to go where you don't want it to go, but it gives the illusion that the flower is in front of the leaves. Otherwise you would have that in the middle of the stamped image. And that's what it looks like when you pull it off. So I colored these with the Petal pink. Forgot them. They're in my little, this is one of our club cards this month, so I forgot them. They were in the basket for the club. We are finally having some clubs. I should have done the dark one. Sorry. We're finally getting in-person clubs here. A couple people still are a little uncomfortable, which is fine. I'm still doing some virtual classes too, so be sure to check out my website, elvinbertlow.stampinup.net, and you can see, because I have some Zoom classes as well that are actually free, because it's just something fun to get people stamping. You use your own stash. It's a mystery card. We share the screen, and we end up following my PowerPoint that I share with you. And at the end, we all share our creations, and they're all different. And it's usually a fancy fold. I did a gift card holder in May, so people would have something for graduation. So it's really a lot of fun. And like I said, it's free. And if you don't live close by, you can still do it because it's Zoom. So go ahead and go to my website. And if you are local, you can go ahead and check out some of the classes. I'm going to be uploading July after this weekend. Sorry, I'm just doing I do the dark colors first. I kind of follow what Stampin' Up! Gives us for the shadow lines, and then I go back behind it with the lighter color. Oops, you know what, I need to fill in the middle. And there we go. All right, so now we've got that. Now I'm just gonna layer the rest of the card like I would. And sorry, these make such a squeaky noise. I need to get the candle wax and make sure. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp off. I'm going to use this scrap piece of paper. I'm running low on my grid paper. I got to get some. This is what I call stamping off. And I like it because it gives you more variations of the same color, because you see how much brighter that is. And so if you don't have a lot of ink pads when you start off, at least you can even stamp off one more time. Well, I mean, it's too light of a color to show that, but you can almost stamp off 2 times. Let's say this one, and it gives you different variations of that color. So I like to stamp off a lot. I think it's kind of a cool rustic thing to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the feather randomly. Oh, stamp off. I didn't like it, so I want it more subtle. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp it off, make sure it's the right side up. And I like this because it just kind of gives a fun little whimsy in the background. So if you don't even have designer series paper, you can pretty much make your own with any stamp set and some inks. Granted, I would probably do it on Whisper White, but you can also do it color and color like this. This is gray granite on top of gray granite. And I like to overlap so it looks more random. So there's that. And I think all we have left is that I just need to cut this out with the Big Shot. Excuse me, the die cutting machine. That's been a hard thing not to say. And coming in September is our new machine. The Stamp Cut Emboss machine is coming out. We have not had a chance to get it or play with it yet, so we will keep you posted. I think we get to order it in August, and I'll post a video from Stampin' Up for you so you can see some of the highlights of the new machine. One, it's 6 inches longer, or 6 inches in width. Sorry, tongue tied again. So you can accommodate the bigger dies. So, and I'm sorry, I have to close my ink pads. Just habit for me. I just re-inked them last night too because these were getting pretty dull. Okay, so there is our little saying. And then this is the new Stampin Seal. So it kind of reminds, I'm still kind of getting used to it. It reminds me of the Fast Fuse, which I'm happy with because I liked the Fast Fuse. And see, sometimes you still have to kind of do that. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to, here we go. So far I haven't had any clogging issues. It's just been more maybe getting it to start. But I'm really liking it, and it seems to, this almost feels like the Fast Fuse. I haven't really tested out the stronger one, the Stampin Seal Plus. So here's that, and then of course I have to do some ink of Stella. Let's go ahead and put some, and I'm just going again into the shadows and the center of the flower to give it a little bit of shimmer, not too much. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. I love dimensionals, probably too much. I have done 3, even 4 layers on my card sometimes with dimensionals. It's like once you see the benefit of the depth that it gives your cards, you kind of start wanting to use it. So there's the card. I need to go get the ribbon. I think I'm going to move this over. Yeah, needs to be moved over a little bit. That's why I never push it down until I'm completely satisfied with where my placement is. All right, that's much better. Let me grab my ribbon. Hold on 1 second. It's always one thing you forget. Thankfully, I'm in my craft room, so it's not too far to go. All right, so I really don't need a whole lot. This is the Petal Pink Organdy sheer, I think is what it is. I might be wrong on that. So I'm just kind of cutting it at an angle. And then I'm going to get a glue dot. And I'm going to push it. They're kind of hard to do when they're this sheer. But do it like that. And then I like to actually put a little bit of the tape in the back so this has something to adhere to before I put the dimensionals on top of that. So I'll put 1, 2, just make sure those hold down, and then 3. There's those. Whoops. Okay, get off my finger. Stop it. Did you ever talk to your stuff? Okay. Stay on there. Okay, never had this problem before. Okay. Only when you're doing a video that's going to happen, right? So, there we go. I think it's still not one to play with. Ugh. Okay, no wonder. I have never had that much difficulty with a dimensional ever. That was kind of funny. You can't laugh at yourself. There, now it's done. I appreciate you sticking with me with that. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this masking technique. And again, here's my blog and my website. If you would like to purchase anything that you've seen here, it's the Tasteful Textures. And I also use the Tasteful labels that go with it. It's a bundle, so if you buy a bundle, it's an extra 10% discount when you buy it in a bundle. But there's also the pick a bundle promotion if you sign up. So you get, for $99 plus tax in the United States, you will get up to $125 in any current catalog offering. Plus, you can pick a bundle of your choice, which is huge. You could pick a bundle that's $50, $60. So you're almost at $200 for $99. Plus, you just get a discount. Or you can do an event or two and, you know, feed your hobby. That's kind of how mine started. But anyway, it's really a good deal. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to message me. And I appreciate you being with me today. Have a good day.